Hello everyone, it is IT Chill here. Today, I want to talk about user credential issues. The title of this video will not be exactly right. The reason is that what I am talking here are both user credentials issue and identity issue. Let's rewind for a little. All men born in hospitals. Not long after we were born, parents used their marriage paper, which protected by law, to create an identity for us. This is actually how we get our identity. These identities can be in the form of electronic data stored in computers or servers, or physical data such as papers or documents stored in physical file folders. We use these identities to create bank accounts, subscribe telecommunication services, which later we use in email services such as Google Email or Gmail. No matter how we want to deny, the providers are the owners of those identities. Identity-related documents, any nation's governments are the owners. Bank-related credentials, documents and services, any nation's bank or financial-related institutions are the owners. IP address-related data, any nation's internet service provider are the owners. Email-related services, any nation's email providers are the owners. If you are able to grasp the picture, we use the identity that we trust from any nation's government to get services from numerous providers. All in all, this is good as long as each corresponding party know what they are doing in terms of security. Let us skip for a while. I am gonna talk about chain of trust issue in further sections. Well, there are many reasons in which why the providers request for identities. After data leakage or breaches incidents occurred, the providers will have a conversation with the identity owner in trying to recover their data or informing about the incidents. However, as time passes, people start to realize these identities were often used in marketing and analyzing data other than the two mentioned reasons above. There are a series of parties that we need to trust. However, as each party interconnect with each other, is this chain of trust, starting from government to whatever last platform it is, really something trustworthy or even secure? Dissidents and refugees are on the run. One party of the interconnecting chain may not really care about cybersecurity, which renders the chain of trust not worthy or secure. The critical questions here are, can we really trust all the parties on the interconnecting chain? Can we really ensure that we still have rightful privacy and security after they collected our data? Will those data sit only in servers without doing anything? Or those data will be used excessively in conducting varying level of data analysis, and in some cases create a varying technology such as ChatGPT? More and more as time passes, I think people start to feel that this chain of trust as a technology or an ideology is something that is not worth using anymore and needs to be replaced. However, the skill is something that I do not know at this point of time. Proving or not proving my point may not really worth someone's time because there is already a mutual joint effort in contributing towards the collapse of relative privacy. There are several points that I would like to summarize. More and more people are concerning about the heavily imbalanced power of whichever parties have in denying or deleting our identities. More and more people are debating whether this whole concept of chain of trust is really something that we still have to use or rely on. More and more people are debating on whether submitting data to the providers and letting them to use users' data in achieving their own objectives is really a good idea from security, privacy, and general concerns. If you understand on these 3 points, more or less you will now able to understand what exactly is user credential issues. More or less, user credential issues are something that I think is far more impossible to address or solve compared to providers' credential issues. There are people working on solutions or services in trying to address those 3 multi-billion issues that I do not know whether it is really possible in the first place. There are a lot of uncertainties on the future that we all are heading towards. However, at this point of time, it is up to people to debate and decide the final course on this highly chaotic future. That is all for this video. Thank you very much.